Hi, I'm Paul Darley, and thanks for tuning into our October issue of Inside Darley. The more fire service leaders who I speak with, whether they be fire apparatus builders, salesmen, fire chiefs, everybody's really keyed in on trying to get data with respect to our industry so that they can better navigate and lead their fire departments or companies through these tough times. And there's a great source of information available that I've come to learn very few folks are actually aware of, and that's available through the NFPA. And I would encourage you to go to nfpa.org and really spend some time searching that site and seeing some of the information available. And we've attached for you here two very important documents. One is just released in October of 2010, and it's entitled Fire Loss in the USA During 2009, and it's written by Michael J. Carter. And the amount of information in here relative to the fire service is absolutely incredible. I'd encourage you to download this. It's about 45 pages, so I suggest you don't print it, but share that with your team. And just a couple of highlights in that document. Number one, in 2009, there were actually a total of 1.3 million fires in America that resulted in 3,000 civilian deaths, 17,000 injuries. And while those statistics are pretty astounding, what I think is even more astounding is if you go back and look at the data that was available in 1997, the number of fires was 3.2 million fires, down to just 1.3 million in 2009. So a decline of over 60% just during a 12-year period. And comparing 2009 to 2008, it was a decline in number of fires of 6.7%. At the same time, the number of calls that fire departments are having to make has skyrocketed. There were a total of 26.5 million calls made during 2009. And as we've been reporting on Inside Darley, only 5% of those in 2009 were actually responding to fires. So one of the things that, so hopefully you can glean some information from that data. There's all sorts of other information that's interesting. The number of firefighter fatalities, I'm happy to tell you, is at its lowest point in 15 years. And while there were 82 deaths last year, which is 82 too many, one of the good things to see is that the number of fires that were a result of responding to or going to returning from a fire were down drastically from previous years. And that's really an indication that the safety standards that are being put into place through 1901, 1906, and other standards are really having a safety impact on firefighters, which is what those standards are really all about. And my brother Peter Darley serves on that NFPA 1901 committee. Our chief engineer Mike Ruthie is his alternate. So I'd encourage you to check out those things. You can actually buy them on the nfpa.org website, get the electronic version for about $42, and it's a very quick way to search those documents through a PDF file to look for information when you have questions on what's required in NFPA and what's not. Another great source of information that we rely heavily on, and I know a lot of other companies do, is the data that's available through the Fire Apparatus Manufacturers Association, or FAMA. We've actually attached for you here a copy of the FAMA newsletter from this fall, and Peter Darley, my brother, is the president of that organization this year. He's done a great job leading the organization. But one of the things that I will tell you is that our member companies have never relied on or waited on this quarterly information that's relative to the number of trucks that are manufactured, the number of new orders that are coming in, what types of trucks are being ordered, and that information is all available just to our members. But a great member benefit, if you're thinking of becoming a member of FAMA, I would encourage you to look at just the value in that alone. So thanks for tuning into this issue of Inside Darley. If there's anything we can be doing to assist you in your fire department or your company, we hope you'll reach out to us.